Hey, wake up!
Okay, this is going to be like a brief tutorial on the game Ark Survival Evolved. So the first thing you want to do before you jump into the game is I'd sort of identify yourself with those that are herbivores and carnivores, which are friendlies and which are not. And so I'll just quickly run through the dossier, the official Ark Survival Evolved dossier, showing you the current animals in the game at the moment. So first of all, the Ankylosaurus, this one here in the top left hand corner, he's pretty placid unless you annoy him. Then he'll chase after you and swing you with his big tail. He's also a miner, and at the moment it's being currently fixed by the devs. So at the moment, as it stands, you're better off just using a steel pick for mining metal. But later on in the game, he will be able to mine metal and more efficiently than what the game currently has to offer. The hawk, or the Agentavis, or Agentavis, however you pronounce it, if he spots you, if he line of sights you, he'll approach and proceed to carry on and keep attacking you. The best way to avoid that is just to stay out of the way. He is you can outrun him for the most part. Run into the trees, forests, that kind of thing, or dive underwater to avoid. The bat, he's found in caves, and you want to stay away from him. All the ones that can eat you and stuff like that, or kill you, they all have a line of sight. That kind of line of sight thing, you've sort of got to figure out for yourself. Some have got longer sight ranges than others, but for the most part, you're pretty fine if you stay away from more than about 50 meters from a predator. The brood mother, she's currently the only summoning monster that you can summon. If you collect all 7 artifacts found in the caves on the map, and I believe there are 10 caves currently. As it stands at the moment, you can't tame her. That means then that you have to kill her and all her minions she spawns. And if it's possible to tame, that means then that the other bosses they plan to bring out actually could be tameable. So you'll have to keep checking the dossier for the videos and watch the dev videos on each one to sort of how you go about getting or summoning one. Now the Brontosaurus, he's actually pretty good for protection. He won't attack or kill you unless you punch him, then he'll chase you down. Like most dinosaurs, if they chase you down, you can line of sight them. They'll lose you eventually if you keep running away. Put a little bit into stamina, that kind of thing. The turtle, he's pretty self-explanatory for his speed, but if you attack him, he will attack back. The Carnosaurus, you don't want to be spotted by this guy at all. He'll approach you and kill you, and if you're a newbie on the beach, that's it, game over. There's a fish here. Actually, I've just noticed he's updated in terms of his meat. He used to give 2 meat when you killed him, now he gives 4 meat, I believe, and hide as well. He won't attack. As soon as you punch him, he'll take off. He's usually pretty easy to swim down and get for a bit of meat. The croc, being a low profile, he's easily hidden and hard to see at times, and you definitely want to be away from him. He can be found in lagoons, rivers, inland sort of water, bodies of water. Very rarely found out in the ocean unless sort of someone's tempted him out there. He can hold his own pretty much against most other carno animals. The Dilophosaurus, if you've seen Jurassic Park, you'll have seen him spit at the guy in the glasses. Same thing happens to you. If you see him if he sees you, he'll proceed to lay into you and spit. You'll be blinded, and then you'll have to change your game plan or punch back while you're blinded. The dodo, for the most part, he's pretty placid. He'll ignore you. If you punch him, he'll run away, but he also alerts other dodos in the area, and I have noticed they will come to your area, and then you've got to deal with them as well. And at times they have hit me a couple of times. Not much, but if you're a noob spawn on the beach and you haven't put any stats into anything, if you don't watch it, you could possibly die from a dodo. The mammoth, he's pretty good. Like the brontosaurus there, you can stay under him and he's pretty good for protection and that kind of thing. As soon as you punch him, he'll lay into you just like any other one, pretty much. The megalodon, as soon as his line of sight is actually quite high, I've noticed. So if you see a black speck or dot in the distance, you want to be aware, or double check because he will see you and come for you. Usually found in 2s and 3s and packs. This one is not in the game yet currently, but the monkey will alert other monkeys, I believe, if you approach, and he will throw dung and other feces as well. What's going on here? Well, I've already talked about the bat. The parasaur, he'll ignore you, and if you punch him, he'll run away. He's a herbivore, and usually pretty good. The same again with the femur. He'll run when punched. The piranha, as soon as you hit the water, if he's nearby, he'll come to you, and can be found in 2s and 3s. Can be found in most rivers now, where usually it was only found in caves. The plesiosaur, I believe, is not in the game yet, but he's also one you'll want to avoid. The pterodactyl type, he's usually pretty good. He'll ignore you. You punch him and he'll fly away. The raptor, usually found in packs of 1s, 2s and 3s and more. If he line of sights you, that's it, game over if you're a newbie on the beach. You can punch them. If you have put a fair bit into melee and health, it is possible to punch them back and kill them. The T-Rex, pretty self-explanatory. Being one of the fastest carnivores in the game, his line of sight is pretty good. No amount of hiding he'll detect you. Like, you just cannot hide. I've tried laying prone several times with him not detecting me, and he'll eventually detect you if you're real close. So there's no amount of hiding once he sees you. You can't even lose the guy, so just don't let him see you. Same with the cat. Don't let him see you. That's game over otherwise. Yeah. Scorpion, if he line of sights you and detects you, he'll sting you and bite as well. He is fairly easy to lose. If you've got a bit of stamina, you can run for the most part and get away. The spider, I think him and the bat and the boa are found exclusively in caves, and these come in packs as well, usually found in 1s, 2s and 3s. And you just want to stay away from those. I think they fire out a web as well as attack you. The Spinosaurus, his line of sight, fortunately, is actually quite small. And I can see why they've made it small. If they increase the sight on this guy, I mean, it's game over for everybody. I would say he's one of the fastest animals in the game, next to the Velociraptor and the T-Rex. You just cannot get away from this guy, so your best defense is just not to be seen. Stegosaurus, his tail you want to be aware of. It's got huge spikes on the end, as you can see, and he's got a 360-degree swing range. So if you punch him, you're going to take a heap of hits. You can lose him. You just got to keep running and then get out of sight from him, and eventually he'll lose interest. The Titan boa is not a boa constrictor. He just attacks with his fangs, and found in caves. You want to stay away from him if you can. And the Triceratops, he's usually pretty good. For the most part, unless you punch him, he's going to avoid you. So now that I've identified all these parts, animals in the game, this is the end of part 1, and you'll be able to jump into part 2 where I land on the beach, where I've selected a character and we'll land on the beach. Okay, thanks for watching. Catch you later.